Welcome to the show that talks about Tulsa. People making a difference in the Tulsa community. Special guest interviews spotlighting local businesses to covering important issues within the community no one else is talking about. The hot topics and more. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to World One Development's News You Can Use with your hosts, Mr. Charles Harper and Miss Damali Wilson.
And welcome to World One Development's News You Can Use. We want to thank everyone for either listening on the radio, watching us on Facebook Live, or on www.kbob899.com, or tuning into any of the News You Can Use media networks, which are powered by World One Development.
She is the host.
Your hostess with the mostest, Miss Damali Wilson.
And I'm Charles Harper. Now y'all see why I got to be on the show. It's Wednesday, August 6th. And we are live every Wednesday at 1 p.m. right here on KBOB 89.9 FM and simulcast on the News You Can Use Media Network, powered by World One Development. We are set for an exciting show, you guys. I think you better call your mom and tell them. You can dial in at 918-856-3873 or post your comments on our Facebook Live feed at World One Development.
So on today's show, it's the police report with Lieutenant DeLauren Sanders. Our topic is school is starting. So what are some safety tips that we should be using?
Yep. Back to school. Block party is going down, y'all. It's happening this weekend at Lacey Park. We got Mr. Miller in the building. He's live in studio with all the details.
And of course, our Hump Day hot topics, which are Faces of Freedom exhibit in Oklahoma City. Find out what it is and why you should attend. And AI, what are your thoughts about it? Let's talk about it. Birthdays and more.
This is News You Can Use right here on KBOB 89.9 FM with Charles and Damali. And we're going to go ahead and just kick right on into it because we're running a little late.
All right, so News You Can Use is all about shedding some light on the positive happenings in our community. There are many great businesses, programs, and events occurring in our neighborhood, and we felt the community needed to hear about those things, one, so we can support, and two, so we can be informed.
What's going on, family? I'm Charles Harper, Chief Executive Officer of World One Development, which includes Fitting Back In, EduRec Youth and Family Fun Center, 36th Street North Event Center, and NYCU.FM. My job, because the world wants to know, is to provide leadership for all aspects of World One Development with the emphasis on long-term goals, growth, profits, and a return on that investment. And I am so excited. I am so elated to be one of the creators of this phenomenal show.
And I'm Damali Wilson, Chief Operating Officer for World One Development. And my job is designing and implementing business operations and establishing policies that promote company culture and vision. I'm also in charge of social media for all of the World One Development entities. If you would like to advertise your business or organization on this show or any of our other individual platforms, please inbox me your contact information on Facebook Messenger so we can talk. I'm also happy and elated to be one of the creators of this phenomenal show.
Molly, what's up?
Oh, nothing much. Trying to get it together.
It's Hump Day. Happy Hump Day. You know what it is?
What's that?
It's hot outside.
Man,
when the
that
heat
is
comes,
the truth.
The thinking kind of go out the window, but it come back.
Boy,
it's always a comeback on the thinking. There's a lot of people out. It is a little muggy outside, y'all, but look here. It's a good day to be alive.
Absolutely.
We still here. Yeah. It's all good. So sorry about the little bit of late start. Technical stuff happens sometime. It is what it is, but we got a loaded show today, and it's the devil. This what you do. You blame everything on the devil. Even if you did it, the devil did it.
Yeah,
the devil's looking for
made
me.
Me do it. That's funny.
But we ain't gonna let the devil get no credit today. We got a great show today with great information. This one that you not want to miss. Damali, what you do this weekend?
Man, this weekend we actually got to celebrate a wedding. Which was amazing for one of our very own. So as you know, we have our sister station NYCU.FM, and one of our radio personalities, his son was able to get married this weekend.
Right.
So we had a great time, great families coming together. We had the Taylors coming together with the Potters, coming together with the Mayberries.
That's
so
a
just
whole lot.
Hey, all iconic families in our community. So it was a great time had by all. Congratulations to the newlyweds, Corey and Maya, who are off to Punta Cana.
Hey, don't be giving their location. You know, people pull up on you. Stay somewhere.
They can't get over and get them.
Out there,
they're gonna have a hard time finding them,
having a good old time. But I do want to shout out to them because man, that young love is good, man. They jumped the room. We kicked it for karaoke.
Oh yeah,
all my dance move I had from the late 80s, early 90s, I did them all. And I paid for it that morning.
You sure did.
I think after 50, your back, the bottom of your feet hurt for nothing. I mean, dancing. It ain't
like that is true.
I didn't play no football game.
Right.
I didn't play none of our special guests in basketball.
Right.
I didn't chase nobody as a police officer. I just simply danced a little bit. And
that
said, bring out the Epsom salt. Get some hot water and get your life back together.
Absolutely.
But it was good times,
absolutely.
though. So
It was.
congratulations to them, man.
Yeah.
Because, you know, Marla and Lee, man, that's
Yeah.
family. Chantel and
Mhm.
Corey, of
Yeah.
course, and their family.
Yeah.
So it was, I mean, when you talk about just love and, man, it was like Best Man.
I know, for real.
Without the theatrics.
Without the book.
The Best Man got
no
a whole
drama.
lot going on. But you got the NFL people, you
Yeah.
got the book people, you got the artists. It was so good. So,
Yeah.
hey, shout out to them.
Nice. We also were able to attend Northside Neighbors Back to School Bash. We actually hosted that event, and we learned all types of line dances. Angie Craven had us out there. Oh my God! You talk about Epsom salt needed.
You know, that's what I forgot about. I forgot I had hit all
that was part
dancing.
2.
Boy, I'm back in the game, y'all.
Yeah.
So if you catch me anywhere, if you're not line dancing, don't even play nothing. Because all I want to do now is line dancing. Because I got them all and I'm locked and loaded.
Yes.
But shout out to Reggie Ivy, man.
Yes.
Shout out to Kelsey, Barrell, and their team, man. Because this was the first annual one. The people pulled up. We had a good time. Sugar Bears was on the grill. Frios had the ice cream. They had games everywhere.
And that ice cream saved my life. I ain't even going to lie because it was hot.
Yeah.
The latter part of it, of the event. So
500 backpacks given out. 650 hot meals.
Yeah.
It was a good time, y'all. So that was to me, that was a good way to kick off back to school bash / festival season.
You know what? My favorite thing was seeing those little kids doing boots on the ground.
Man, you better go watch the videos, y'all. They got thousands of views already.
They not playing the game.
Yeah. I said, let me tell y'all something. Now I done figured out what to get all your kids in class. Play boots on the ground.
It's over with.
And all of them. Because we said boots on the ground. They passed grandma. I was looking for the aunties.
They beat the aunties. Yeah, they wasn't playing the game.
Shout out to DJ AOA too.
Yeah, man. AOA. Yeah, he did a great job.
We hosted it. And man, it just worked out good. So shout out to the entire community. Man, they're going to have it going on out there.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. We also got to do something fun. On Friday, we got to go to Fox 23 and do an interview with Sunny Lee, which actually aired on yesterday. So we did it on Friday, but it aired yesterday. And it was amazing. The way she put it together, I thought she was going to do a different spin, but she did a really good job.
I'll say this. Typically, when the news come out and interview you, I'm not gonna say no station, but don't you sometimes figure like, man, they got it all wrong. They cut my words off. People looking for me now. I gotta hide because they chopped the story up so much. Because you done did a 15-minute interview, they do 30 seconds, and then they may end it with, and forget y'all, your mama. They didn't say that your mama was great. Happy Mother's Day.
Right.
You know, they just cut it off somewhere where it's questionable.
It's like, what are you talking about?
But anyway, Sunny did a good job. Shout out to Uncle Bobby. Shout out to you. Trip to Selma, Alabama, y'all, if y'all missed it.
And I just love how she tied in the fact that we went to Uganda and we're helping kids and just all of that, so it turned out really good. So Sunny Lee, you did an amazing job. We appreciate you for that interview.
And if you haven't seen it, just go to our page or go to their page, Fox 23 News, and you can still see it. It's a great story.
Absolutely. And last night we actually got to do bingo. And it was pretty fun. So we had quite a few people there at the 36th Street North Event Center. So for those of you who don't know and like bingo, we are doing this once a month. It's going to be the first Tuesday of the month. So you guys come on over and join us.
Man, I seen all the windows up on that board. They had all that money. I said, man, can I borrow $1? Can I borrow $5?
And they all ran out the door before Charles.
They got out of here. They didn't even let me take a picture.
Nope, because they was gone.
They don't want no witnesses. But I'm telling you, on the first Tuesday of every month, if you want to come just have some good family fun, we got popcorn, we got concessions. It's R&B bingo too, so you got your little jams in between. It's really fun, so leave that on your calendar.
All right, so looks like we're up to the Black History trivia question.
Let's get to it.
All right, so Black History trivia. What is the oldest continuously Black owned bank in the country?
Ooh.
Is it A, One United Bank? Is it B, Carver Federal Savings Bank? Is it C, Citizen Savings Bank and Trust Company? Or is it D, First Choice Credit Union?
Man, read that one more time.
Okay, we're going to read it one more time. One more time. We're going to read it one more time. Okay, here we go. What is the oldest continuously Black-owned bank in the country?
In the country.
Is it A, One United Bank? Is it B, Carver Federal Savings Bank? Is it C, Citizen Savings Bank and Trust Company? Or is it D, First Choice Credit Union?
All right, that's a lot of people on the live. We appreciate y'all tapping in early.
So, So Uncle Bobby's filling in for us today, and Uncle Bobby said Carver, which is B.
One of our special guests
Mm-hmm.
said B.
Who did?
One of our special guests.
Said. Oh, who else said B?
One of our special guests.
Okay, we're not saying
Said
them
B.
yet. Okay, I got you. I
For
got
the
you.
third time. On the live, we got Morticia Baines Child said C.
Hey, she said C.
Mr. Energizer said C.
AJ.
Sanders says C.
Sanders said C.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say keep the dream alive. Say C one more time. Hit me one time, 2, 3, 4. You said that many times. See,
Yeah.
that went beyond it 3 times the charm. So that's
Right.
fine. With
Anybody else?
Any other?
Y'all
On the
think
line?
about it and then just put your answer in.
Let me do some quick shout outs, man.
Okay.
Mr. Energizer, Afro Man down there.
What's
in the
up,
J-Bone Lounge.
AJ?
He's in here. Royal Blue and Pooh. He said Frats in the house
Yes.
with one
And
soror.
Snow White.
Yeah, we up in here. Cousin Lori
Hey,
Campbell.
cousin Lori.
She's in the building with us, and many others. And the secret listeners, every time Sanders come, the secret listeners line up. They all outside
line up.
drinking water and Gatorade,
Right?
staying hydrated to make sure they
Okay.
get to here at the show. But that is our Black History Trivia question. Do we want to just roll right on into the police report? Because I know Sanders gonna have to
We can.
roll out. So
Yeah.
let's get
All
to it.
right. So today is the police report. Do we have the drop?
We just gonna go ahead and get on into it. And we got none other than Lieutenant DeLorean Sanders live in studio. What's up with it, man?
Oh, nothing much. How y'all doing today?
Yeah,
Doing
doing
good,
good.
good.
Doing
How you
good.
doing?
Edge Ray.
Oh,
Oh,
I'm
Just scratch it. Don't worry about it.
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. Hey, I'm still working on my basketball skills, but I'm
I saw that. I didn't want to say it first.
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
Working on the skills. That's great. So that's what you've been doing while we ain't seen you around.
I'm trying to better myself. Be a better athlete.
No,
It ain't working out right now.
It ain't-
Yes, it ain't working
Yeah, I was in the window recording. You know what I'm talking about? But he live in here. But we got another special guest that's joining us today, so
Yes.
we're not even gonna let y'all have to wait too
Yes.
long.
Yes.
Who's the other special guest in here?
What's going on? What's going on?
Yes.
This is Chevy Miller.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
what do you do, Chevis?
I do a lot of things. I'm the manager at Lacey Park.
Like, which one do you want to know
Yeah.
about?
Yeah, I'm a manager at Lacey Park. I'm a basketball scout. I help high school kids get college opportunities and
Yes.
college kids get professional opportunities.
That's
I
dope.
do basketball training, discover training.
You gonna help Sanders?
Oh yeah. No, we already been working on it.
Oh, okay, yeah, working on it.
Yeah. We called and had a conversation not too long ago. Hey, bro, you just got to follow through, man.
Yes.
You just got to follow through. Yeah, just follow through.
But you know he been trying that shot. He ain't been quite following.
Yeah.
through.
So what we talked about him getting in the weight room,
Yes.
because he ain't lifted in a while. So
There you go.
you take tired muscles with, not strong muscles, and you get a few not so satisfactory shots.
Yeah, hey.
Yeah. So I got prep. We've been working on it.
Yeah.
My mind said it was going in.
Uh-oh.
My mind told me it was going in.
Yeah, but it didn't quite work out.
That's the only thing about when you get a little bit older. Your mind is ready to do it all.
Oh yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
But you better check with your body.
Oh yeah.
You can have a blowout
Yes.
at any
yes.
time.
Right.
Man, I was at the event center, and this ledge might be 2 feet. Now I know back in the day, I can dunk, I can grab the rim, but you should have seen me trying to negotiate whether or not I was going to jump up on this too, because I felt like I said, but if I miss, I was thinking about my my
Right.
kneecap,
Right.
and you miss something, hit that knee,
Oh my
It's
goodness.
over.
My goodness.
over.
you might not get back.
Yes.
Boy, hey, that's at least 2 weeks
Yeah.
limping around.
Right. Hey, but I tell you,
Right. Yeah, and then you gotta tell the story.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
oh, man.
And now every time you limp and you go somewhere, they be like,
Yeah.
"What happened?"
Yes.
right.
Like, man, I don't even want to talk about it.
All right, Damali, so what we gonna get to today? We
So
gonna get
what
down
we're
to
going to talk about is, it is back to school time already. It
is.
seemed like the summer just flew by.
Right.
But it's back to school time, and as evident by us doing all of these back to school events. But we want to talk about school safety and what parents should be thinking about, what students should be thinking about, what teachers should be thinking about as we move into this season.
Right.
So, and we want to just make sure, and we want to get you guys' opinions as well, as to what you guys are thinking about as we move back into school. So, Sanders, can you give us maybe the top 3 things that if I'm a walker, if I'm a child
walkers.
that's walking to school, what should I be doing and what should I be thinking about as I'm making my way?
Well, your child walking to school, I think you always got to be aware of your surroundings.
Right?
If hopefully you got a friend, a couple friends to walk with you. You're
Mhm.
not walking by yourself.
Right.
you know, you already been assigned to walk to school, so that means somebody pulls over and want to give you a ride, especially if you don't know the person. You don't get in the car.
Yeah.
You don't get in the car. And also, if you're supposed to be going to school, go straight to school.
Yeah. I love that. I love
Don't
that.
detour.
No detours,
Mm-hmm.
nothing like that. This and also hope your parents know your route you're walking. Which way you're going. I know me back in the day when I used to walk to school, my parents knew my route, but I had some shortcuts, cut through backyards and stuff like that.
Always a shortcut.
But we live in different times now.
Yeah.
So we need to really stay on a pathway where you can always be seen and where other people can see you. And don't be if you feel like you're being followed or something like that, don't be afraid to run into a store or something and get somebody to call for help.
Yeah, Fred, you're at like you say, Lacey Park. You deal with a lot of kids all the time. When school get ready to kick back in, summer is over. What are some of the pointers that you give to the kids that you deal with as a turn in terms of just getting to school safely?
First I tell the kids that Lacey's a safe place.
Yes.
And so if you don't know where to go, come to us. Yeah, I actually had a it was right when school was out. There was a kid that got lost, and so I literally had to. His grandmother stayed right around the corner,
right?
And so his mom actually went off and left him, and so I was like, I had to walk him from Lacey to his grandma's house around the corner.
Wow, that's awesome.
Well, that's kind of scary. When you think about it.
Yeah. So I mean, and it was crazy because I mean, he was only like maybe 8 or 9 years old, and I mean, he wasn't panicking. He was calm, and he was talking to me. I was like, okay, so who are you here with? Stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it was actually me who went up to him because I'm very, especially when there's a lot of kids in the building, I'm always walking around like I'm very cognizant. I'm playing with the kids, trying to get to know the kids, like telling the kids, hey, do you need anything, stuff like that. So I'm always being aware and on the lookout. And sometimes I'll even just take a trip around the building, just to see what's going on outside. So I mean, that's what I try to tell the kids is, first of all, Lacey is a safe place. Like,
yes, I love
if you ain't
that.
got nowhere to go, you can come to Lacey.
I love that.
And you know why? I know why the kid was so calm.
Right.
Because he always calm.
I know, right?
In the middle of the storm, he'd be like, God loves you. There actually is nothing to be worried about.
Right. Yeah,
if now you out there lost and Damali catch you out there by yourself, I got the kid in, so the calmness I'm sure come from you because you see parents sometimes with kids and you can tell the calm parent versus the parent with a lot of anxiety. These young people will pick up on your vibe and roll with you, but those are good points, that's for sure.
And one of the other things that they suggest is that you practice with your kids their emergency contact information because I mean, and we had this situation happen in Juneteenth. Unfortunately, we had a child that got lost, but the child couldn't tell us like who her mama was, what the mama's name, we had no information to go on. So we're just basically holding this kid like, God, please help us find this baby's mama, So if they, practice with your kids, their telephone number, their address. So at least they can tell somebody, whether it's over at Lacey Park or whether it's Officer Center, at least be able to say, hey, this is where I live, so we can get you back to where you belong.
I'll add this too. The thing about it, and don't just automatically think your kid knows what to do. Because sometimes you be like, in my house, we do this. But even has there ever been an instance? I'm just gonna ask y'all that because we all have kids where your kid actually was doing something or about to do something that you was like, I can't believe they even did that. I just think they knew better. I remember, and I started with myself. Mattiana is grown now, so I can tell this story. So she playing basketball in the yard. She probably a 9th grader, and and I'm upstairs and looking, and this van is just kind of rolling down the street. The van stopped. And the people roll down the window. She just gently walked right up to the van, arms in the window, and I'm just panicking. You know what I mean? Because not panicking in that I don't think my daughter is gonna walk up to a van with tinted windows that you have no idea who they are and just be all up in the window. And thank God, because God look at that's why you pray. Grandmothers and grandpa prayers.
That's real talk.
But I went down. I was like, Mattiana, what are you doing? She was like, oh, they said that they was asking me how's everything going and how I was doing and And I'm like, but you can't do that. You can't just walk. But sometimes you can't just assume that your kids just know what to do. Like Damali said, you got to sit down and go, hey, if somebody do this, you do this. And if you don't practice that, and you know, you will be surprised.
I told, I was talking to somebody the other day and I said, memory is a muscle too.
Yeah.
Yes. So you know what I mean? Like, so and kids remember what you consistently practice.
Mm-hmm.
So whether it's like I'll give an example. So today is Wednesday. So Monday night, my oldest son, he's 3. And so he didn't get his way. And by the way, that joker an athlete. I learned in that moment. I said, oh, we got something. We got something. It wasn't the way I wanted to learn, but I learned it. Yeah. So he goes from, let's say I'm sitting right here and his mama is the camera right there.
Mm-hmm. Right.
He literally gets over there in like 3 steps and like he's charging her and stuff like that. And so, because he was mad because he wanted some more, he wanted some candy, but it was time to go to bed.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
You know, and so
that's a situation.
Yeah. And so, you know, me, the dad, and me, first instinct is old school, grab him, and pull him. But I was like, and I did grab him, I didn't hurt him, but I grabbed him a little bit, roughed him up, spanked him, but then what we did is we practiced. Mm-hmm. How do you handle this situation in the future?
Absolutely.
And our saying in the Miller household is use your words, not your emotions.
I love that.
Yeah. And so now, whenever that happens, I said, "What are you supposed to do?" Mm-hmm. He said, "I'm supposed to use my words, not my emotions."
Okay.
Man, so you said 3 strides.
Yeah,
and he was on her.
Oh, he was on her.
She probably was paralyzed.
Oh, bro. Like she was like, and we looked at each other, start laughing. But we trying to stay focused because he full-fledged upset. Yeah. And so once we got him to calm down, then we walked through it. Here's how you do this. Look, here's what this looks like if you're a grown man doing this to a woman. Right. And then I did what he did to her. She fake fell and stuff like that. And he's cracking, he laughing, cracking up. I said, so now let's do this again. What do you do in the future?
Right.
So he was like, Mama. And he did in a calm manner. I said, that's how you do it. Yeah. So at the end, we all laughing, having a good time, but we got to practice that stuff.
Absolutely.
He was closing like a cornerback.
Oh, yeah.
So you are not prime time Deion Sanders.
Listen, we ain't a millionaire yet, baby. Slow down. Yeah.
Sanders, what are some of the things that, because this is the police report, that like concern you, are things that you see? Because working at McLean all them years and just being out and about, what are some of the things you see that you can tell parents that, man, when I see this, I'm always concerned about this kid or that kid just by some of these actions or some of the things that I see that they're doing?
My concern is, sometimes some of our children, they don't have the home training. Sometimes, and you think you can go, you have rules and stuff that you have at school. And sometimes some of our students don't adapt to that if they don't have that training at home. When you send, you can't come in here with this like they doing the cell phone thing. That's going to be a big issue. Yeah, and, because they're going to not going to let them carry the cell phone during school.
That is a big issue.
And
look at
right? Like,
and then
that's the problem.
They're going to get some
pushback
on that. And some of our young students don't know how to control their anger when they're dealing with other people. They feel like that other people, only one person can tell them what to do and stuff like that. That's my concern. And my only other concern is too, no offense to our young ladies, but they hold grudges against each other too long. Sometimes they see each other all the time. They want to argue every time they see this person. They want to argue with the person, stuff like that. I wish that we can. Again, my biggest issue is students controlling their anger, especially when they're going to school. Yeah, that's what we need. But we haven't been doing better in this area last year. But we still have a lot of work to do.
Yeah,
right. Damali, now he said that women hold anger forever and always. I don't want them to get by. What is your take? Could go back now.
Yeah.
Not 2025. Go back. How far are we going back to the 80s?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go back to the 80s. So when you're dealing with stuff at school, why do you think, because we are speaking, there's a lot of young ladies that do tap in, then what are maybe some tips to manage that, to not, have that? Because here's the ticket, and we can speak for the brothers, we be forgetting That's why we get slapped all late. We be done forgot we fought Monday.
Mhm.
So we be right back in your face too. It's like, hey, how's it going? Wham.
Yeah.
We're like, what you hit me for? You remember 2 years ago.
Yeah.
At my mom and them house. And you be like, what?
Yeah.
But what is it? What do you think makes it different with a woman when a situation happened? You got to hold on to it a little.
I think that with females, we want resolution. And if we don't get resolution, then it's embedded in our brain until we get that resolution. I don't care if it's 45 years later. We need that resolution.
Man or woman.
Man or woman. It don't matter. You know, so if you wrong me in some way, I need some sort of resolution to it. And if we don't get no resolution, every time I see your face.
Okay, so question for you. You want resolution, but you can't communicate. Then what happens?
Yeah.
If I want resolution, but I can't communicate about the situation, now you got a problem. See, I can communicate.
Yeah.
And be like, hey.
Because I've had issues in the past. It's been, it's been some years.
Right.
I mean, and I'll be honest with you. You can be mad at me all you want. You're going to have to see my face. You're going to see my smile, and I'm going to speak to you.
Right.
So you just going to have to be mad. And you're going to have to come to me and tell me you're mad, or you're just going to be mad. You know, and if you get to ignore me 2 times, then guess what? I'm ignoring you, and you're going to feel my energy in the room because everybody going to be smiling, laughing. You're going to be over there looking sad. Because you mad at me. So it's on you, not me.
And you know what? And that's good, though.
Yeah.
Because I think that what ends up happening is you end up having to either A, be an angry bird, or B, you're going to have to learn how to use your words.
Yeah.
You know, it's no. But I think that when we have students that are like that, then that's something that we need to address, and we need to have conversations with parents about, because that's something that if it's not resolved at a young age, it's going to carry over. I know some grown women that's like that right now. You know, and so if we don't, nip that in the bud, so that is a good point, that we need to nip that in the bud. I think one of the concerns for me as we're going back to school that we need to talk to our kids about too, all of these are great, but when we have walkers, I've seen so many kids like run between cars, like not use the crosswalk. And I done seen kids get hit, and I'm like, oh my God, or just dart out in front of traffic. Man, we got to talk.
And let's add something else to that.
Yeah.
That's already scary. But then guess what? They got earbuds in their ears.
Exactly.
So not only are they darting, I've been leaving the neighborhood and the kids will be in the middle of the road with AirPods and headphones on, and you can ride behind them forever. And you can be blowing your horn and they don't even hear you.
Yeah.
And then every now and then you come outside and somebody just speeding through that don't care. Whoom, and you be thinking, I hope this don't meet that.
Right.
Because it's just not gonna. And so that's why a lot of times, we had to say kids get run over and killed and those kind of things. Lieutenant Sanders, go ahead.
I want to add to that. That's why we as parents and we as drivers want to have to we have to slow down, because I sit across the street. We're doing school from a high school at least 3 days a week. I just want to be make sure. And these kids, they walk in the street. They don't care if the car's coming or not. They still walk on across the street. Right. They expect you to stop. And these are high school kids.
Right.
So we have to be aware of that. We have to slow down ourselves. I have had to pull somebody over because they speeding up through the school zone. I mean, and speed. I mean, just crazy speeding. And you be like, school's going on,
right?
And you speak like that, But so we have to help. Students gonna do what they need to do, but it's our job as parents to make sure that we can watch it too, because we already know they're gonna do it.
Yeah. We need to be the adult, is what you're saying.
And I think what you can do is announce, because now we're kind of talking to the adults and kids or whomever is driving. Right. Tell them how that ticket is when you speed in that old school zone.
Man, now you ask me that.
I am. Let them know, because I done got one before, and I was like, Christmas, and y'all not gonna get nothing for Christmas but church socks.
I'm gonna tell you, it's gonna be
this ticket.
It's gonna be a couple $100.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Yes. Let me tell y'all something. So, and here's the ticket. School hasn't been in this time. So you were able to go 40, 45. Because sometimes you're in the school zone, but you don't even see the school. Because the school is kind of, some of them kind of back off the road or tucked away, and you just cruising through there, and all of a sudden they hit you with them lights. But that ticket for being in a school zone, it'll set you back with no comeback.
I know that's right.
Can't recover that. So I'll just say, if you can, just be mindful that school is back in session.
Right.
You're just going to have to slow down a little bit.
Yeah, and let's just change our habits, change the habits that we've allowed kids to kind of get off into for the summer, and just let them know that it's time to get back to business, and these are the things that we have to do in order to do that.
Well, let me add this though. We've been talking a little negative, but we got to be positive.
Okay.
There's a lot of great.
See, that's why he's a great community police officer.
There's a lot of good students that's going to school, and is willing and ready to go back to school because they want to participate in their band, they want to participate in their sports, and some just want to go to school and learn and educate and do what they have to do. So, it ain't all bad. It's just some great students and some great parents. What I would like to ask the parents, and Chevis would like this too, because he coaches.
Right.
I would love to see more parents participate in their kids' activities. Show up.
Yeah.
Show up. I don't care if their team is 0-1, 0-15. Show up anyway.
I'm not showing. I'm not showing up if they're 0-15.
Sometimes you got to show up.
I'm coming to one game. Max Sanders out. I mean, we signals. All we do is win, no matter what. If you're in 15,
I'll watch it on the video.
I watch the replay.
Hey, you can at least go in there and say, let the kids see you.
And let them see me.
And ease out.
Yeah.
But
that
I'm
might
saying,
encourage them.
Yeah.
I know. I'm just playing, y'all. Y'all know I'm just playing. We run EduRec, so that if we are 15, because we done been there and done that, then y'all know I'm gonna pull up.
I'm saying,
but everybody won't. So I'm just saying, you got some.
Yeah.
Now, where I'm from, I don't know where y'all from, but if you losing, you getting ragged on. They gonna show up.
Trust me.
Did it make us build? We was built different as athletes. You must admit.
Trust me.
Yes.
During lunchtime,
it's going
they
down.
can't wait for you to come in them doors. Everybody like,
ain't no love.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. We're gonna take a quick break, man. Good tips, man. Appreciate you weighing in because you're here with tips all the time. Lieutenant DeLon Sanders, thank you as always. I know we got a break. You got to break out a little early today, but here's the benefit. He hung in here with us because he wanted to make sure he got everybody some news that they can use. So we're gonna take a quick break.
Show.
Never missed a show and going on 6 years.
Yes.
Now that's what you call dedication. Lieutenant DeLon Sanders, man, we love you. We appreciate you, and we're gonna see you out there because you're always out there in them Tulsa streets.
Yes.
All right, KBOB, y'all. 89.9 FM News. You can use Charles and Damali. We will be right back. We got.
Sound familiar? Well, guess what? Sounds like you need The Last Stop Shop. The only name you need to know. The Last Stop Shop. Tulsa area's #1 mobile mechanic service. And they come to you. They get you running or stopping again. From brakes to starters, alternators, generator, RV, even welding repair. They also do mobile fleet maintenance and mobile oil changes. Like I told you, this will be the last stop you ever make. Call The Last Stop Shop. Tulsa area's #1 mobile mechanic service at 918-405-3970. That's 918-405-3970, and they'll have you back up and running in no time. Mention you heard this ad on KBOB 89.9 and receive 10% off your first service. Who you gonna call? The Last Stop Shop. Tulsa area's #1 mobile mechanic service. That number again is 918-405-3970.
Capture your most precious moments with Stephen Jones Photography. Whether it's weddings, family portraits, or special events, Stephen's passion for photography brings each memory to life with stunning detail and emotion. Offering a blend of classic and contemporary styles, his work is tailored to reflect your unique story. From intimate candid shots to bold, creative compositions, Stephen's keen eye ensures every photo feels authentic and timeless. Based locally and available for travel, Stephen Jones Photography guarantees a professional, personalized experience from start to finish. Book your session today and let your moments shine forever.
KBOB 89.9 FM News. You can use Charles and Damali. Do not be messing with Lieutenant DeLon Sanders. Per jump shot with the follow through.
Right.
That's what that's what y'all not gonna do because you know he's still listening to the show as he get to his appointment. Let's go to the live. Who we got on the live, Damali? What they got going on?
We got all kind of stuff over here popping off on the live. So you already mentioned AJ is on the live, and y'all heard that comment. I ain't gonna say it again. We got Natasha Mitchell. She said less than 50 days until fall season.
50 days.
50 days.
So slowly cool down.
Now, okay.
Hot.
Yes. Ernestine Broom is on. She says, good evening. You guys are looking good.
Hey, family.
All right. We got Gloria Cephas is on.
Hey, family.
Gloria. Patricia Griffin.
Hey.
Everett Tatras. And it looks like we got a lot more secret listeners.
Man, y'all welcome to the show. We appreciate y'all tuning in. I know we be having some of these crazy guests come in. We be turned up.
I know, right?
But we still be trying to get you the news that you can use, right?
Yes.
All right, what we gonna get into next?
So as we're talking about, it's back to school season, and so there is another back to school event that's gonna be happening this weekend, but this one is a block party.
Come on. It's called a what? It's a what?
It's the block party.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yes. And we've done this. How many years have we done this? This is year 3 for us.
Yeah.
Dang, it seems like we've been out there longer than that, but because it's just so fun. We just have such a great time. So,
my check.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, no. So this is year number 3. You know, us as Phi Beta Sigma, we've put this on and giving away backpacks, giving away school supplies.
Yes.
We'll have a Jupiter jump. We'll actually have bike club out there to fix bikes.
Okay.
So if somebody wants to bring their bike out,
Come on.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Another thing that we'll have Rainbow Land Arts. We'll be doing face painting.
Oh, great.
You know,
yeah.
So I mean,
are y'all doing the rock painting this year?
We're actually not. No.
Yeah. Bring the therapist out. Bring the therapist out.
Well, and now I don't know for sure because we will be doing arts and crafts with the kids, just regular arts and crafts with the kids.
Okay.
So
I really like the kids will bring up their little rocks and show me their rocks. I'm like, okay, I see y'all. Yeah.
Oh, and so the biggest change is instead of us doing it with the church this year, Rubicon is actually going to be serving potatoes. Yes.
Come on.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Are we still going to have ice cream?
We got to find some.
Probably won't this year.
Man, you need to call Frios. Call Frios and see what they can do.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll give them a call.
Because them popsicles is everything.
Yeah.
When it's hot, we need them popsicles.
Yeah.
So the kickball game, that's out too.
No. So your kickball game is out. Yeah. We're kind of revamping that a little bit. We're kind of revamping that a little bit just because it happened. It went down the first year, and then we really couldn't. The 2 groups that we had the next 2 years, they couldn't get their stuff together,
right?
Which I think a couple over here was scared of a couple over here, and vice versa. So, never really could make it work. Yeah. We're gonna skip that this year, but next year is gonna be on.
It's gonna be on. I thought what happened. See, you know how sometimes people win, and then I thought you had just told them I won't play no more.
Yeah,
you know how sometimes like.
Well, see, here's the thing. We did us as the parts. Boy. We did spank some booty.
That's what I'm saying.
So we've been trying to get that rematch, and they
didn't sign it. They
scared.
the contract.
I was like, okay. Well, hey, I'll take that one and done. You know, when you're a competitor, you get that one win. You're like, okay, sure, I'm good.
Okay, right.
I'm good. Yeah.
And then Damali was out there, but I must say.
So
anytime, and I'll just say this, when kids get a chance to see us be kids,
it
hits different, and so I think that if everybody can stretch and get their rubber tussing and they Bengay and rubbing themselves down, I think it will be just come a big thing. Because most of the time we got to be parents, but to see us run and do all of this together, and then it shows that we work together. Because I still now y'all won, but the highlight of the whole thing is when Pastor Ray Owens kicked that ball. He kicked it to his church. To his church. The ball is on top of the net right now, trying to win.
That was hilarious.
So the pastor too can get upset, right? Because he kept laughing. He was so doing that, and they rolled that ball, and they can't have another game because we can't find the ball. It's behind the net in the woods,
right?
But that was crazy.
Funny. That was funny. Yes. So, how can people support if they want to support?
So we have if you want to email myself, cmiller@cityoftulsa.org, we can get you a link to be able to donate school supplies and backpacks and stuff like that. Our goal is to give away 150 backpacks, and we're at about 90 right now. So so we're almost there. Yeah, so we're well on our way. But if you want to do that, then definitely definitely make that happen.
What about volunteers?
Volunteers, same thing. Just email me.
Okay.
We can plug you in.
Yes.
We can plug you in. We have we actually have a map, and when you come in, you'll know exactly where things are. And if I need to email that, I can email that as well. So
are we gonna have the water going this year?
If the pool is open, we will. Yeah, we're not sure if the pool is going to be open because it's kind of there's.
Don't you have the water
splash pad?
Yeah. No, we do have the splash pad. The splash pad will be available.
Oh, good, because I might have to go dip in that.
Yeah. No, that's what I might go over there and do the butterfly real quick.
And for this, for a lot of people, for whatever reason, they probably haven't been to Lacey Park in a while.
No, they haven't. So we actually renovated. Excuse me, we renovated in 2017. So the park that I grew up in and knew it's actually an extension of that as well.
Yeah.
Mr. Howard Barnes, MVP dance. he'll actually be teaching some dance there throughout. At one point in time, and then we got the legend O'Malley B.
What?
Who's gonna finish us off with a concert.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love O'Malley.
So
It's gonna be great.
And that's why we call it a block party. Now, what you got to answer for us is, how did you yourself and you, not me, myself and I, yourself and you.
Yeah.
How did you get the unique ability of just really pulling people in a community together? I know you big on doing that, but he's one person that when he called, people respond, people get on the Zoom.
Yeah.
It's like you have them scared to be late, they be early. You know what I'm talking about? So what is it about that, and why is it so important? Because you got so many people that, man, I want to do my own thing. You do this, you do that, but you have the unique ability.
I believe in being an athlete my whole life. I believe in team.
Teamwork,
and believing in team. Like I feel like I go to Transformation Church and used to be called Greenwood, and our motto was better together.
Yes.
Right.
And so for and even in college, I mean, that's just always how I've been. I'd rather pass the ball rather than shoot it, until I could start shooting. And then I was like, shoot, forget you. I'm trying to get these buckets,
Right.
But yeah, no. So I mean, that's just always how I've been, man. I always like, I love unity. I love seeing people win and helping people win as well.
That's awesome.
That's always been a passion of mine.
Yeah.
So will y'all be doing swimming lessons for kids once school start, or
no. So how the city of Tulsa works, how our stuff works is we're normally open from Memorial Day up until the pool part is open until like that first Friday or Saturday, but it always depends on when it falls.
I got you.
So like for instance, that's why we're unsure if it's going to be open this particular weekend. Because that first Saturday is so
and that
early.
Comes down from above to say when to shut down. Okay,
and then as far as it goes with our splash pad, those normally close Labor Day weekend.
Oh, okay.
So
they have a couple more weeks.
Yeah, so the splash pad will be open a little bit longer.
Yeah,
for people to come out and have fun and stuff like that.
Yeah,
right. Because we got so many new people popping up. So one more time before we switch gears. Date, time, location. Address.
So Lacey Park, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. 2134 North Madison Place.
It's going down this Saturday. Guess who's gonna be hosting?
Gonna be us.
You gonna be line dancing? Now it is gonna be warm, y'all. It's gonna be pretty hot on Saturday. Heat index supposed to be up there. So start drinking your water, your Gatorade and stuff now. Because one thing about Lacey Park is all that land. Kids love running. You got splash pads. So please hydrate yourself and your kids, because it is gonna be a warmer.
Yeah.
And understand that these backpacks are first come, first serve.
Correct.
So I always want to say that disclaimer. Because people get up there and be like, hey, y'all said, hey.
I'm gonna give you a disclaimer because most know Lacey Park, they can walk, they can ride their bike. So the line is long early. So that's why I say safe. So if it's starting at 11, if I were you, I'll get there by at least by 10:30 at the latest, because you get there right on time. The line might be like backpacks are accounted for before we open the doors.
Exactly.
So early bird gets to warm. It is what it is. That's a good problem to have. So pull up. We're gonna have a good time on Saturday. I know we're gonna switch gears real quick because we're gonna take a little bit.
Hold on. Let me give one shout out.
One more time.
I want to make sure I shout out our local chapter, Capital Sigma.
Come on.
They are a big part of this. This is actually put on by us, and we're partnering with Lacey Park. And I just so happen to be the president of our chapter.
Oh,
congratulations!
And so
it's a win-win-win.
So it's a win-win-win. So so I definitely want to make sure that I shout them out. For the work that we're doing. Although I guess you can say I'm the face of it. Like it wasn't just me.
That
put this on. It came from many of our very intelligent brothers. Giving different ideas, giving different feedback, stuff like that.
I love that. And I'll just say, just give a huge shout out to Divine Nine as a whole.
They pull up,
because they do pull up, anyway. But then a special shout out, because before I even became a Zeta, I always saw the blue and white show up, helping everywhere. Which was kind of one of the decisions, and the reasons why I made the decision I made to become a Zeta. So just shout out to Divine Nine as a whole for always showing up, for always having our kids' best interests at heart, and trying to do what they can do in order to make a difference in this next generation.
Yeah, and when you normally make decisions like that, you're supposed to let your partner know. You're supposed to let.
We are not gonna rehash this. Okay, so
I thought he knew. He knew all that.
I'm just saying, we both show up like.
Look at the time.
Hey. And before she got out, I text message, we gonna talk about this.
We gonna talk about this.
We gonna talk about this.
This is protocol.
Yeah. I done seen you 5, 6, 7 times.
said nothing.
I'm like, and I got to thinking, why was she calling me
Keep it
brother?
brother.
Yeah,
They never called that. Now you brother, and you didn't even catch it.
Yeah. And I finally put it together. I said, you John Turkey. You John Turkey. You done got me.
But welcome to the spot.
That was the rules was not to tell.
Hey, listen,
so I can follow the rules.
Listen. Well, you are a rule follower to the T.
Right, and we're gonna take a break because you know the Zeta Phi Beta Sigma is a real family. So we're gonna have to have a quick conversation with her. We're gonna take a real quick break. When we come back, we're gonna talk about this AI. We put our pitch out there. AI is all out here. We're gonna get into that next in our Hump Day Hot Topic. This KBOB 89.9 FM News. You can use Charles and Damali. Be coming up next. Hump Day Hot Topic.
How to order chicken wings. Number 1, find a good wing spot.
I know a wing spot, Max Wings.
Number 2, decide if you want a combo or if you want to order a la carte.
Huh? What's that?
Well, combos come with chicken, veggie sticks, fries, and a drink for a discounted price. A la carte means that you order each item separately.
Okay.
3, decide if you want bone-in, boneless, or cauliflower wings, and then determine the delicious flavor you want on your wings.
I didn't even know cauliflower had wings.
You learn something new every day. Have you been to Max Wings?
Yep.
Max Wings is located at 782 East Pine Street in Tulsa. We're open Monday through Thursday from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. and on Friday and Saturday from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Come to Max Wings, home of the dry rub fries.
Sound familiar? Well, guess what? Sounds like you need The Last Stop Shop. The only name you need to know. The Last Stop Shop. Tulsa area's #1 mobile mechanic service. And they come to you. They get you running or stopping again. From brakes to starters, alternators, generator, RV, even welding repair. They also do mobile fleet maintenance and mobile oil changes. Like I told you, this will be the last stop you ever make. Call The Last Stop Shop. Tulsa area's #1 mobile mechanic service at 918-405-3970. That's 918-405-3970, and they'll have you back up and running in no time. Mention you heard this ad on KBOB 89.9 and receive 10% off your first service. Who you gonna call? The Last Stop Shop. Tulsa area's #1 mobile mechanic service. That number again is 918-405-3970.
Ladies and gentlemen,
all new KBOB 89.9 FM, Black on Black Community Radio.
And now it's time for the Hump Day Hot Topics with Charles and Damali.
hey, guess what day it is? Hump day! Hump day! It's hump day!
Hey, Mike. It's the Hump Day Hot Topics on news you can use.
Mike.
And we are back.
We are back. Hey, so I don't know if you guys have heard this or not, but there is going to be a new exhibit honoring the freedmen of the 5 tribes, which is going to offer a tribute to the past and a tool for descendants to reclaim their lineage. It's going to be at the Oklahoma Indian Territory Museum of Black Creek Freedmen History. It's called Faces of Freedom.
Wow.
I love that title.
Yeah.
Faces of Freedom. It's going to happen Saturday, August the 16th from 11 o'clock a.m. until 2 o'clock p.m. at 8625 South Walker Avenue, which is in Oklahoma City.
Right.
And it's going to just pay tribute to the ancestors of the free and formerly enslaved Black members of the Cherokee, Muskogee Creek, Choctaw, Chickasaw, and Seminole nations. So I think this is going to be something great. And I think that anyone who has that lineage should go and check that out. So again, that's August the 16th from 11 o'clock a.m. until 2 o'clock p.m. at 8625 South Walker Avenue.
Man, I love to hear that, especially coming on the heels of the decision.
Exactly. That's why I thought this was
and all of
important.
That.
Yeah. For
Fred,
people
you've been up on that with they had the case where now people that been trying to get their citizenship, into the tribes. Once they pass that, now everybody's filling out their paperwork so they can get the benefit.
I'm trying to figure out how I can do it. I've been up on that.
You've been up on that, yeah. So I think
this
this is good just to be recognized.
Yeah, because my I'm not from Oklahoma, I'm from Arkansas, and my great grandmother was half Cherokee.
Oh wow.
Man.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I'm trying. Yeah. So I'm seriously trying to figure that out. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
And you might want to check out the show last week because we had Eli
Yes.
Grayson on, and he went step by step.
Okay.
The application, where to go, what to bring, what to
Yeah.
do, 1, 2, 3.
Mhm.
Yeah. If I could just regurgitate it like that, but I can't.
Just
But it's the 1, 2,
I'll
3.
just give you a heads up. A lot of birth certificates, a lot of death certificates.
Okay.
You know, because you got to prove the lineage.
Okay.
You know, back to the person.
And it sounds like you already got it because you went grandma, so you just boom, mama.
Oh yeah.
So you should be able to do
Yeah,
it
no,
pretty
because I
easy.
got some of them documents, but at the time, whenever I was trying to do it, I think they said like you had to have somebody staying in Oklahoma between 1913 and 1920. Is what they is what they told me, and I was like,
It's a
what
7-year window.
I was like, heck, I ain't even from here. Like,
I
ain't gonna have that.
But we do know with Eli being on that he talked about Arkansas, Oklahoma, Mississippi, Tennessee. So you right in the bag. That's the beauty of all that misinformation. That's why we had him on to make sure you had the right info. So he didn't say nothing about that at all. He said it was like a 40-year thing. Where they've been trying to get this resolved. So it definitely went about 7. So I would definitely check on that.
No, I'll definitely check out the show from last week because I mean I've been I've been trying to get that because I'm like
especially the kids.
Oh
for sure.
And
Damali, you got some Indian in you. I see your hair curly on the side.
Actually, I really do.
See there?
I really do. But I've got to be able to prove that lineage. So, going back and getting those birth certificates, death certificates to, show who was on the roll and how I'm connected to them is my challenge at this point. But I actually do. So.
And we'll probably, I think it would be a great idea to just have another show solely on people that know they got but that's completely disconnected from where to start and what to do. Because you got people that's been.
Because I mean, I remember Mama Sula is what we called them. Mama Sula,
Mama Sula,
I'm 3 or 4 years old, sitting in her lap, rocking me to sleep. Like,
that's awesome.
I mean,
So get that, make that happen.
Get that together.
All right, Damali, what else we got?
So we're gonna talk about AI just a little bit.
Oh man.
So we and I don't know if you guys have actually seen our newest flyer for the police report, but we actually had it done in AI. One of our frat. Paul Gordon, shout out to Paul Gordon. He actually created it for us, and it cracks me up every time I look at it because it just looks fun. And so that's what I think about when I see this flyer is, it just looks really fun, really festive, like something, you want to watch the show because the flyer looks so cool. But AI for me has been scary. And I don't know, I'll ask you guys your opinion, but for me, I don't know that I really want a computer thinking for me. I don't know that I want that. You know what I mean?
It's what are you gonna keep you feeling normal versus still using technology and advancement? Because I know we should, but for an example, most people now, you ask them a question, they go, let me see what chat got to say first. And then you tell them what chat said. No, I asked you, what did you think? But if people sitting back now with a computer, you ask them questions, they being your therapist, your counselor, your teacher, don't know nothing, don't got no license. They just texting stuff in telling you. And I just think that, and this is my 2 cents, because I'm always futuristic thinking anyway. I think that if everybody gets so dependent on all of these things, and then 20 years from now, something have where it shuts it off, it literally people won't know how to do anything. Because they will be so accustomed to asking somebody that you literally just will be paralyzed. But I think that if that happens, somebody gonna benefit from you being paralyzed. So keep your thinking cap on. Which is
it's funny because Dr. Tamika Rogers, she's our good friend. God. She's on the show all the time. So she just had a question. She just did something on chat this morning, and I was cracking up about it because I'm like, this is so me. So if anybody knows me, if you look at my computer or even at my phone, I probably have 10 tabs open minimum. Anytime you look at anything, any device that I'm on, right? And so, people give me grief all the time, especially Tory Hooks. Put his name out there. Tory gives me the blues. He was like, what is all this? But I'm like, it's stuff I'm working on, so I need to keep the tab open. But anyway, so Tamika this morning, she asked Chassis, who is her chat GPT. She just named her chat GPT.
She done changed the name on Chassis.
So
like, who is Chassis?
She asked Chassis she said she reached out to her homegirl Chassis, aka chat GPT, to get her perspective on what she had to say about people leaving multiple tabs open. So what Chassis had to say is that people who do that are multitasking queens. Their brain is built for bigger things. Closing a tab equals closing doors. And it says using tabs, you're using tabs as a second brain. And this might be your brain on anxiety or ADHD. So I was just cracking up, so I sent a response and said, thank you so much, because people been making me feel bad for years about doing this, and I shouldn't feel bad.
Right. If you say so, that's a lot of tabs.
That's what Chassie said.
And then Damali be like, go to my computer. I ain't going to your computer and do nothing, because once you got 2-3 screens out, and you're like, man, this is just one big mess, right? This is organized chaos on the computer.
See, and that's what somebody said. Like, people have been telling them for years that they're unorganized.
Right.
But Chassie says no.
But I think it's better to have it like on your computer than all over your desk.
That's true.
Because you can equate what you're working on.
Yeah. It's just
Yeah. But what you think, well, man, your kids are young.
Yeah.
So when you think about this AI and what's going on, because right now you can go, it'd be funny to me, but it's like old people, they can just bring them from old to a kid and have them rapping, singing, talking, and have people hugged up, people dancing, people getting in, so you almost like, I don't even know what's real or fake.
Yeah. Right. That's true.
But your kids like gonna grow up in that. So what are your concerns, if any, about that?
So for me personally, me and my wife, I think we have been trying to do it as old school as we possibly can.
Right.
So like making sure you're writing, like, my oldest son, he already can write a little bit. He's going to Solid Foundation. Shout out Solid Foundation.
Shout out
Solid Foundation.
Foundation.
Doing for my son. But he got to a pre-K3 program. And so we just finished up I Can camp for 2 weeks to kind of integrate the 3-year-olds into the into the school. And one thing I like about them is it's real, like, still old school. Like, like even when you walk in the building, like you feel like it's equivalent to feeling how you felt when you walk over grandma or grandpa's house.
Come on.
Like that's how I feel when you walk in the building.
Right.
And so my goal and for the Miller household, me and my wife, is to keep them around energy like that. Where, to where he's both our sons, Zion, who will be 2 in October, just keeping them around that. And so I feel like we've done a good job, because everywhere we go, like Xavier's the more loud and outgoing one, Zion's the more reserved and quiet one. And so people are surprised that Zion can actually hold a conversation with you. We were out at the mall a few months back, and he just went and climbed up on the bench and started talking to this old lady.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Hey, he's smart." And then I think it was either my mother-in-law or my father-in-law's birthday, and I don't think Xavier was even, I want to say he might have been 1, but he goes and climbs on the bench and starts talking to this old lady, and they're just having like a conversation. He's 1 year old. And she's smiling and everything, And so my scare with AI and it being a mainstream is we take away the human touch. And the empathy and the feeling and the caring and stuff like that. Like that disappears.
Right. I'm gonna ask Uncle Bobby. Because he's the most seasoned person around. So we at least got to get his take. Because what you in the 40 club, we in the 50 club, he a couple more clubs from our club.
A lot of clubs.
And it made me think about grandparents and these kids and everything's AI and all of this, and then somebody's that more seasoned, like, man, I didn't do that and I don't even want to do it. But Uncle Bobby, what do you think seniors, like the people you get to sit around when they talk to, what do they think about all this stuff going on with this new generation?
Well, the technology, they're fearful. A lot of fear with seniors because they don't know how to approach it, how to deal with it. They barely texting, or barely emailing right now. But the AI and the chat and all of that, they just are disconnected to a lot of that because the human touch and the human feel isn't there anymore. Like if you call young people on their phone, it's going straight to voicemail, or this phone number is not connected. You can't talk to a lot of the younger people. They do not talk.
They text.
They text. I've had young people say, "Well, I don't want to talk to you. I want to text you." And I've had that happen. I want to text. Can you text me? And it's just a divide. Charles, you said that the older people on one side and the younger people on another.
Mm-hmm.
And the technology divides a lot of us. But if you use it for good,
mm-hmm.
you know what I mean? It can broaden your horizon and stuff like that, like the flyer you guys had just made. That was funny,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and I looked at it and I said, oh my goodness, look at them. They so funny.
And Sanders, he's sitting there with his
Sanders
box
top, right. So you can use it for good or bad, but I'm just fearful, man. I'm just thinking, now, this is just Bobby Eaton talking.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just fearful that as the years go by, some knuckleheads are gonna get really a hold to it and start doing bad things with it.
That's what it gets really scary.
Get really scary because as you go to Quick Trip nowadays, you got a robot in there and he's going around, you know what I mean, cleaning the floor. You know, he going around cleaning
that's how
the floor.
Sam's Club.
Sam's Club.
Man.
And you know that Walmart has cut down all the aisles and it's checkout. You check out yourself. So technology is really coming into play and taking over jobs, taking over things. And the elders are just fearful.
I can tell you, I'll be looking at like in some other countries, and then you know, like their kings, queens, whatever could show up, and they got big old robots just like 10 foot tall. And you be like, dance, they start percolating. I mean, they can do what you want, you're doing all that. But then turn around and they say, this thing's equipped with 5,000 different shots. They got a machine gun. It can do this. It know taekwondo, jiu-jitsu, how to box, turn a flip. And you be sitting there like, it's dancing with you, but this thing can just turn around and kill us all.
Yeah.
So I don't
it always
feel
reminds
safe.
me of Terminator. Remember that happened with all the computer. Remember way back in the day.
Terminator. Yeah.
Terminator.
Terminator.
So I'm like,
You don't want.
So this is what they say. They're saying that the positive view is that number one, it creates efficiency and productivity. Number two is innovation. It's viewed as a driver of innovation and enabling new technologies like self-driving cars, intelligent assistants, and smart home devices, access and convenience. You know, people. You know, there are tools like ChatGPT, Google Assistant, those types of things that help you out, and then it increases problem-solving potential because it's a repository of all of the solutions.
Man,
you know what I'm saying? So Chevys might have a solution to this particular problem. Damali has a different take. Charles has a different take. You put all those together, and now ChatGPT can give you,
But technology, think about it. It's making people lazy. And their physical being is not being used because they don't have to get out and walk. They don't have to get out and exercise or do anything, you know, because of technology.
So these are some of the negative things. They say that it's job displacement because it takes away the human workers, right? Bias and fairness. They're saying that AI is perpetuating racial, gender, or socioeconomic biases.
For real?
Due to flawed data. So it depends on what you put in as to what you get out.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. Real crazy.
So we got robots that's racist.
Racist robots.
Hold on, buddy.
Yes.
Following you in the store.
Like,
really? That's what we're gonna do to robots. You gonna follow me? Well,
all the people.
The data shows, buddy. The data shows. I'm supposed to follow you. Whatever.
They say privacy concerns, you know, because of all the personal data that's being put in, and the fears of surveillance and data misuse, like you're talking about, Uncle Bobby, and the loss of privacy. And then what you said, Chavez, the loss of human touch.
And so to me, I just think it's going to be, I'll put it like this. I remember I didn't want to text nobody. I'm like, I ain't texting, call me. You remember when people first start texting? I don't know about y'all, man. I ain't got time to take me too long. It still take me a long time.
No, because you know how it used to be is you couldn't just press one letter. You had to
1, 2, 3.
You had to scroll through.
Yeah.
You had to go to all three and do all that.
That's how it was when I was in college. You know, I'd be like, man, stop. No, call me. Call me, man, because it's gonna take me 15 minutes to create this text message.
No, AI is up on us.
It is.
There's no way around that.
It is.
So because there's thousands of people listening in all over the world, and you never know if we may influence somebody. If they implement this AI, what would make us, our own point, would make us feel a little more comfortable about it, if anything? You know what I mean? Like we done talked about the other stuff. It's gonna follow you in the store. But now, if you're gonna implement it, as far as me and my family, man, this will make me feel more comfortable if maybe we did it this way versus the way it's happening now.
I would say for me personally, especially having kids coming up, is that we have some discretion on what access they get. You know what I mean?
Right. I agree with
that. What discretion they get, because it seems like AI now, it like you don't have no discretion, you have no control. Like bam, they just up on you. You know, so also outside discretion, being able to choose what type of AI I really want. Like, do I still want the more traditional way? You know, because I mean, even we've noticed, me and my wife have noticed, we did the reading program with both of our kids.
Right.
And we've noticed that they got books that'll read to you now.
Oh, yeah.
But they still got old school books too. So when I say discretion, meaning we had a choice.
Right.
Do you go get a book that reads it to them, or do you go get a book that actually have to read it? You know,
Man,
so
you know,
so stuff
give
like
me a
that.
choice.
Yeah, so give me a choice. Don't decide for me.
I think Uncle Bobby, you next. If so, it's here. But what are you thinking? Kind of speak for maybe people you around. What would make it more comfortable? Like, okay, this thing is coming, but if y'all at least could consider this, it'd be better for us.
Well, I think the training and stuff and the knowledge training, you know, we got to get people, the elders, trained. You got to get them trained. We need some training centers and stuff that they can go to learn about this new technology, because we're so used to sitting around the table at dinner time, eating and talking, meeting up together and talking and shaking hands and hugging. That generation is like that. You know, hey man, what's going on? Ain't nothing. Let's go grab something to eat. You know what I mean? We're not used to, hey, typing it out. You know what I mean? And trying to figure it out. Now I'm probably an exception because I do technology. And I fumble up. I drop the ball sometimes and fumble and stumble. But at the same time, the majority of my generation, you know, 60 and 70-year-olds and 80-year-old people just don't know the technology and are not willing to learn. They're not willing to learn that, man. Your mamas and your daddies and all, they may learn a little bit, but they're not going to go deep into AI and chat and all of that kind of stuff. They're not going to go deep into that.
Right. And I'm going to add another fear, even though we're going back to the positive. I've just been seeing so much of like young kids, man, shooting their parents, shooting their grandparents, and things that you just, in my wildest dream, I would never think somebody would shoot their mom.
Right. You know
just
why,
because
don't
they
you?
frustrated. But I'm just going to add, to me, that's that personal touch not there.
Right.
That's that we don't
So you don't
communicate
have
the
the
same.
reverence for
And that's that influence that they have, like on PlayStation, Call of Duty, and all of these games that they're playing where people are shooting people and blowing people up. They play that stuff so much that, oh man, what would it be like if I got me a real gun?
Right.
You know what I mean?
And what they don't get is you don't get another life.
You don't get another life.
10 lives like
It's
the
over.
game.
Yeah,
I'm going
like
to let's ride the streets and shoot a homeless person.
Because that's the kind of stuff
they do that.
They do
and it's scary. That to me, that's the scary. Damali, what is your okay,
so
it's
before,
here.
Okay, so before I do that or answer the question, let's go to the live for a second. So Uncle Brian says AI will not allow us to think for ourselves anymore if we don't control it. Natasha says keeping tabs open is like maintaining bookmarks. You essentially come back to it. Thank you, Natasha.
Natasha, she love you. That's your friend. Y'all probably be going out to lunch or something. That's somebody always on your side.
Right,
Understand, Natasha. Thank you.
Tracy Manning Gibbs said, at this point, there is no turning back. She said, I recently heard that there will no longer be upper class, middle class, and lower class. There will be two classes. The one that chooses not to accept AGI and the other class that chooses to accept AGI, including the chip. Sis, what about the chip?
And you know about the chip.
No,
They've been talking about
no
the chip
chip
since
now.
we was little. You gonna get the chip.
No, I ain't getting
But
no
when
chip.
the baby born, they got no. I'm just playing. but there are places now in other countries where they got a chip, and
chip
all your information is there. Your banking address.
And they just want see, that's doing too much.
Crazy?
That's doing too
yes,
much.
it is.
Man, that's
too
too
pay for their groceries.
Yeah, that's too much. AJ says AI will mentally take away our own personal thoughts to impersonate your mental think. Wow.
Yeah.
To impersonate your mental thinking.
I mean, that's what AI is.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
What AI
So
is.
that
So
is true.
yeah.
But when you think about it like that,
so when they first started AI, when they first started like the inception of it, they actually had something similar to these earphones.
Yeah.
And they had it attached to people's brains, and so they were just doing everyday stuff, and it was just recording,
holding that data,
just
getting that data.
You know what? You know what? Now I'm gonna go back to the 60s, like 69. They had a cartoon show on TV called The Jetsons.
Hey,
Jetsons.
Yeah. I thought we'd be there already.
That was 68,
That
69, and they were talking on their phones on the watches. They had the same things that we have today were on that show. And we used to look at it and think of it as so futuristic and out of play. And now it's here and we using it, you know?
That's true.
And I was talking to a friend of ours. I say, man, you remember the Jetsons? He said, yeah, man, all of this stuff that we're doing today, they were saying it back then, you know,
right?
They were saying it back then.
Now, I jumped out there real quick and said, yeah, I remember that. Now I was not born in the 60s. I just want to let y'all know now. I'm just be like, man, Charles, you look good. You were born in the 60s. Like a little later on with my grandparents.
I'm talking about the late 60s, 68, 67.
I still
so Uncle Brian also says all it will take is a Jim Jones crazy to use AI to take over the world. See, that's the thing. Let's see. AJ got a long one. He said there is nothing now. Uncle Brian says there's nothing now that makes me feel comfortable about AI now because the guardrails have been whipped out.
Uncle Brian, the guardrails came off when you was ragging on my AI picture. That's when the guardrails came off right there. And I'm gonna get you now this plan. Let me say, I would say that for me, I don't like the way it can I think it has to, let me say this, accountability for it.
Right.
I don't like where you can just put people together and mess with people's reputations and you don't know if it's a person or not. I think you got to be able to put your name on it.
Like, case in point, this was, it might have been 5 years ago and it might even been longer, but Drake had a concert, right? So there was a picture that went out of him kissing a man.
That's what I'm saying.
But then somebody had to come back and be like, no, that didn't happen. I was at the concert. Here's the original picture.
Right.
And so what happened was he had put the microphone down and was blowing a kiss towards it, just you know how you blow a kiss towards a fememale. And so what they did, they put a guy right there.
Oh.
And then that's what I'm saying. So
and it went viral for a little bit, and they was like, what? Like you kissing guys on that, you know, and then when they put that out there, then that, you know, that just stopped.
Yeah.
Because like right now, every time I look, like I might be on social media, and then you see Shaq by Jordan bed because he about to die. This person, some people out at the beach. And I just think that the government really needs to step in to not let people be able to just grab you and just do anything with you without your and just think if it look real now, it's even gonna look more and more and more real as time goes on. And now
that's true.
People getting divorced and separating, shooting at folks because of AI. So what's gonna be real? What's gonna be fake?
That's right.
If you can just so the accountability of it. If you can, I shouldn't just be able to put something out on Damali or Uncle Bobby like that. The government find a way to tie this to somebody so that you can be accountable. So if you do that, there's some repercussions for that. Because if not, man, it'd just be a free fall out here in these streets and people go shooting, fighting, putting all kind of stuff.
And I think that's what my concern is about AI is like, for one, I don't want all of my information just out there floating around for people to be able to utilize. I don't want my image out there because, like you're saying, you know, Drake is living his life, doing his thing. And now here's some, you know, like in that industry, you're going to have enough drama, right?
Already.
We don't need people creating some unnecessary drama for you that's not true. And so now, even like when I see images on social media, I'm looking at them like, is that AI or is that real? You know, you got to have a critical eye.
Like there was one AI video, and you could tell it was AI, but like they had a whale, and these people were. Their boat was going in the mouth.
I saw that.
Yeah. And baby's like, oh my God, But then you look, no, it's to the point now to where I look at it and people be like, oh my God, I can't believe that happened, and I'm like, that's AI.
That's AI. And you know what I mean?
Like, and just keep it on moving. Now I'm slower to react from an emotional standpoint. Like,
but then that's almost to me like us becoming desensitized. If you stop and think about it, that's what the video games did for our children. They're desensitized to death. Somebody can get shot and they're like, and it's nothing. So I think that it's going to create another level of desensitization, because we're, like you said, like, that's AI. I ain't thinking about that. And so you're not really like taking in the images and the imagery. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So but anyway, I just want to give still a shout out to our frat though, Paul Gordon, because he uses it in the right way. If you guys have ever seen any of the AI that he does with the sigmas and the zetas and all of that, he does a phenomenal job. The stuff walking and all that stuff, he does a really good job. So he's using it for the good.
Right. Black History Trivia question, y'all. So we get ready to get out of here. I see you, Uncle Brian. Uncle Brian said, "Man, I was born in the '60s. Social media and AI would be our downfall."
Right.
All right, what we got?
Mario said Terminator movie tried to warn us years ago.
Tried to warn us, Dr. Mario Choice. We like that.
All right, so we're gonna jump back into the Black History Trivia question. I'll give the question and give you 1 second to answer. Literally. Okay, question is, what is the oldest continuously Black-owned bank in the country? Is it A, One United Bank? Is it B, Carver Federal Savings Bank? Is it C, Citizens Savings Bank and Trust Company? Or is it D, First Choice Credit Union?
5, 4.
Let's see.
3.
Uncle Bobby said B. Charles, AJ, Sanders, and Martisha said C. What'd you say? Did you ever say it? Did you say C?
He said Carver.
I said Carver.
Oh, you said B. Uncle Bobby. Okay, and is there anybody else going once, going twice? All right. If you said, let me see, what's the answer? If you said C, you would be correct.
Oh, man, you just don't know. I was batting 0 for 5. I said, if I lose today, I can't come back on the show because I'm just
that word Carver got me.
Shoot.
So
I was leaning. I was between the two. But then when AJ Sanders, I was like, that's old school.
Somebody said, hey, Tracy Manning gives sis. Sorry, you're wrong.
By a little bit.
Uncle Brian, nope, no go. Patricia Griffin got C. Okay, so Carol Napier Langston was a lawyer, a banker, and a businessman, and was one of the principal founders of the 1 Cent Savings Bank in Nashville, Tennessee, which was founded in 1904. It was the first Black institution of its kind and remains operational today as Citizens Savings Bank and Trust Company, the oldest continuously Black-owned financial institution in the country.
And that's why we do our Black History Trivia question. So keep that under your hat, in your back pocket, wherever you need to keep it. That's a good one right there.
Yeah.
Keep your money right.
Okay.
All right, let's go with these upcoming events.
Upcoming events. So Soul of Sunday happens every Sunday with Corey D from 1 o'clock p.m. until 3 o'clock p.m. on nycu.fm and on Facebook at nycu.fm and Corey D. Taylor. Northside Neighbors and Phoenix District Council are inviting the community to participate at the Community on the Corner. It's going to be a block party style event. It's happening also on Saturday, August the 9th from 10:30 a.m. until 1 o'clock p.m. at 3538 North Peoria Avenue. Residents are encouraged to provide input on the future development of the vacant service station right at the corner of 36th Street North and Peoria. The event will feature DJ, free food, live graffiti art, chalk art, and creative activities. So if you want to give your input about what is going to be placed on that corner, then come on out between 10:30 and 1.
I'm gonna ride through there and sign it on my way to Lacey Park.
On my way to Lacey.
Right.
All right. And then we already talked about the Lacey Park block back to school block party. That's going to be August the 9th from 11 o'clock a.m. until 2 o'clock p.m. at 2134 North Madison Place. So we're going to be there hosting. We're going to have a good time. So you guys come on out and have a good time with us. And then that evening, Okay, so we told you what you're doing today. In the evening, we're going to have Jazz on the Green with Michael Fields.
On the Green, it's going down.
That's going to happen at Guthrie Green. That's going to feature Andrea Lisa, Nathan Mitchell, Hank Bila, and T. Rush. So that's going to be a great event. You guys go out and support that as well. Eastern Oklahoma VA Healthcare System Town Hall meeting is going to be a virtual or in-person meeting that's happening on August the 13th from 5:00 p.m. to 6:00 p.m. Just 1 hour. It's going to, if you want to appear in person, it's going to be at the Ernst Childers VA Outpatient Clinic, which is located at 8921 South Mingo Road on the second floor. Veterans at this event will learn more about women's health, whole health, and food nutrition.
That's good stuff.
So you guys go out and support that. Spreading Hope Back to School Bash. That's going to happen on August the 16th from 11:00 a.m. until 2:00 p.m. at B.S. Roberts Park on Greenwood. We're going to be offering food, backpacks, school supplies. There's going to be vendors and community resources. So I think that's probably one of the last backpacks of the season. And then there's going to be a community engagement meeting that's going to be happening on August the 25th from 6:00 p.m. until 7:30 p.m. It's going to be located at the 36th Street North Event Center, located at 1125 East 36th Street North. This is going to be sponsored by Northside Neighbors, and they will be providing dinner.
Oh, I'll be there.
So, you guys come.
You should have started with dinner. Dinner will be served at the community engagement meeting.
Right? Okay, birthdays. August the 6th, which is today. Our soror, Krista Nimmons, has a birthday.
Birthday, soror.
August 9th, Carl Walker.
Carl Walker?
Birthday. Yes.
Happy birthday. That's on Saturday.
Yes. Then August 10th, Kamara Washington has a birthday.
What's going on, brother? Happy birthday to you coming up.
Yes. All right. So don't forget, you can hit us up on any of our social media platforms. That is World One Development, 36th Street North Event Center, EduRec Youth and Family Fund Center, Fitting Back In Prison Reentry, and NYCU.FM.
Any final thoughts before you go? We know we're pulling up on Saturday.
Nah, man. Hey, come out to the back to school block party and have a good time with it.
Yes.
Just like that. All right. To reach us on the show for advertising, hosting, or marketing, promos, community engagement, or to appear live on our show, go to nycu.fm, complete the form. Someone from our staff will reach out to you. Please subscribe to our radio show so that we can keep you up to speed on the breaking news. This has been News You Can Use. I'm one of your hosts, Mr. Charles Harper.
And I'm Damali Wilson.
And we are live every Wednesday from 1 p.m. until we get off. So make sure you tune in.
The views, thoughts, and opinions expressed on this program belong solely to the host and their guests, and not necessarily to this station, organization, committee, or other group or individual associated with KBOB 89.9 FM.
And we out, y'all.
And we out.
Love y'all.
If you would like to promote or advertise your events or business on our show, inbox us. Facebook at World One Development. This has been World One Development. News you can use. Charles Harper.
Just as long as we